future doctors, malapit na yung NMAT exam. Ready ka na ba? If yes, then kumalma ka na, magpahinga ka na, and maniwala ka sa sarili mo na makakakuha ka ng 99 plus NMAT score. Yes! Or if not, dapat mataas sana para makapasok ka sa med school na gusto mo. And kung sa tingin mo hindi ka pa ready, don't worry, you'll be fine. Just do your best, okay? Hi, I am Roma Fe, your future doctora. And if you want to ace your NMAT exam, have a high percentile rank, and increase your chance to getting into your dream med school, then keep on watching because in this vlog, I invited 2 other inspiring speakers to share with you their study tips and advices for you to be able to achieve your goal. And they also have their unique stories to tell you.
Hello Dockies! Hi, this is Jayson Lobis, aka Astrodoc. I took the NMAT last August 2020 and fortunately, I got a percentile score of 98. So,
hi guys, I'm Mark and I'm a second year medical student from West Visayas State University, and I am here to talk about my NMAT journey. So if you're a member of the NMAT group, of this NMAT group on Facebook, you may have seen my post. So I am that guy who posted about his NMAT who got a 61 percentile rank in 2017 on my first time, and eventually got a 99 percentile rank on my second time in 2019. So I was actually asked about this in medical school during my interview, so I was simply asked how was I able to achieve it. So it actually all boils down to the first thing that I said. So in achieving goals, it's all about mindset.
And of course, you have me to guide you with the online NMAT experience, the very first online NMAT. So if ever this vlog helped you and motivated you to ace your NMAT exam,
Subscribe, like, and share this video.
and yes, this vlog is super informative and helpful, so keep on watching and click the notification bell so that you will be updated with my MD journey. And if you have questions regarding med school, NMAT, or pre-med undergraduate, or your life in general, and if you have content suggestions, feel free to comment it down below so we can discuss it. I know you want a Litman stethoscope, right? So we will be giving it away for free soon. So follow me on IG and Twitter at RomaFe_, for further announcements since we're still finalizing this collaboration. I'm super excited for this, guys. This is for you, okay? So stay tuned. And a gentle reminder, good luck and God bless. You can do it. Let's go! And finally, your most awaited part of the vlog. What are the most effective and efficient ways for you to study the NMAT exam?
to learn about the coverage of the NMAT. So, the traditional NMAT and the online NMAT, same lang yung coverage nila. Ang online NMAT, mas konti yung items. Bakit? Tig to 30 items lang kada subjects. But don't worry, there will be a 10-minute break between part 1 and part 2 during the online NMAT. So, yun yung first assignment natin. Aralin ninyo yung nature of the NMAT. And
We used Metal Secure Browser so that all other apps are closed, and you will have to check the system compatibility and install it all by yourself. They will send you instructions through your email if you're already registered. They will also provide a digital scratchpad, but I highly encourage you guys to prepare your own mini whiteboard because it is quicker to use. There's also a live human proctor who will conduct a 360 degrees view of your examination area. They're quite strict and will message you through the chat box if there is any suspicious movements or odd movements from you, or position of the test taker if hindi ka centered, or nawawala ka sa screen, ganon. But nothing to worry, as long as you follow their instructions, you're good. An important thing to do is to go over the candidate online assessment guide. Next is set your goal and have a proper mindset.
So another thing about setting a goal is that it kind of gives you this drive to do things, not because you have to do it, but because you want it. So one thing about setting goals is that when you want something, you need to say that you really want it. You have to think about how much you want it, because this gives you the drive to work on that goal. So with a proper mindset and with a correct orientation, you won't really be that far from, from obtaining what you want, because you actually know where you are going to. So as you can see, I'm still in my uniform. I just woke up from a 2-hour nap, and we had our exams earlier in pediatrics, and it was so hard. Now, joking when I say that it's hard, because it actually is. Medicine is hard, pediatrics is hard, things are hard. But one thing about having goals is that you can try to trick your brain with how you achieve it. Just like what I did earlier. So, earlier we had our exams, but we are not actually required to wear a uniform, but it kind of tricks my brain that I am actually taking the exam, and it gives me the proper mindset. So one thing that you have to remember when obtaining goals or when you want something is that you have to have a proper mindset. So with having a proper mindset, this kind of orients you, or it kind of directs you to your goal. One thing about setting a goal is that you have to be definite about it, because you can only do so much at a time. So remember that you have to space your goals out, one goal at a time, because you can only do so much, and you have to know that you are only capable of stuff for a limited amount of for a limited capacity. But it is always never far-fetched to be able to achieve what you want. So maybe just a backstory, I never really wanted to become a doctor nor even a medical technologist, but during my internship year in college in medical technology, I had a really close friend whom I met in college. So he died in the same hospital where I had my internship. So it was awful, feeling helpless the entire time I saw him in the ward, and that all I could ever do was watch him, and it hurts. But I came to realize that it wasn't only just him, and that there were other patients too. I really never knew anything about the path to becoming a doctor, so I kind of did my research and found out about the NMAT only about a month or two away from the schedule, so I really didn't have time to prepare, and this tested how much info I have retained from high school. So during the month of the NMAT, it was October 2017, I was rotating in the blood bank section of the hospital, and medical technologists know how stressful it is to be working in the blood bank, because you have to try to avoid as much as errors as you can in doing the tests. So I tried my best to review, but it wasn't just working, because I still had to study, and the day before the NMAT, I was kind of assigned to a very untimely schedule. I was assigned to a 4 p.m. to a 12 midnight shift. So just try to imagine having yourself the ultimate workout of your life one day, then take an exam another day, and imagine we had to go to the testing site by 7 a.m. So going back, like any other school, there is competition when it comes to applications, especially if slots are limited. So I actually applied to 2 medical schools. One is, of course, one is West Visayas State University. The other one is Iloilo Doctors College. But it was only one med school that my parents allowed me due to financial constraints, and it was WVSU. So during that time, there were around 605 applicants, and only 120 are admitted every year. So I saw it coming, because I had friends from WVSU, and it was kind of something everybody knew about. So because I knew that all along, I had to put my mindset in a way that I had to try my best in the different aspects that they consider, and that basically began in the NMAT. Of course, grades are included. I knew that slots are limited, and it was going to be tough, so I just had to try my best. So another thing that I told them was that in this profession, in becoming a doctor, it will become tough, especially that this profession caters to the people who seek medical advice and interventions, and there was no way but to try to be the best as this meant another person's life. So it's not just a person. This person might be a father. This might be your father, a mother, a brother, a sister, or just a very dear friend. So all of these things, it all only boils down to mindset and how you can achieve your goals.
Third advice, these may seem easy or simple, but this actually has a big impact on your focus.
Next na gagawin mo is to find area in your house that you can actually focus. Doon ka makapag-aral ng mabuti at makakapag-focus ka talaga.
Alam mo na yung NMAT coverage, determinado ka na galingan, and may study area ka na kung saan makakapag-focus ka. Next ay?
You collect your review materials. Okay, if you are planning to just have a self-review, therefore you have to have review materials. But if you are also planning to enroll in a review center, that's also good. Maybe that can help you gain more confidence with your taking the NMAT. Okay, so it's up to you to have a self-review. Pero mas maganda pa rin yung kahit na naka-enroll ka sa review center, you also have some time self-reviewing.
Now, for the study resources, when considering a resource that you will use, you have to consider different things. So you kind of have to ask yourself, how will this resource help me? So will this resource actually help me? How efficient is this resource in helping me? So in terms of content, is it like a high yield material that would actually give me stuff that would come out in the exam? So the resources that I used are the MSA reviewers. Then another is the reviewer that is released by CEM, which is actually sent to the applicants. And another material that I used is the reviewer that I got from PRC Moraita. So I only actually knew about this from somebody's blog. I forget whose blog that was, but it was a good time then because it was timely because my friend was reviewing for the boards and he was in Manila during that time in order to apply for the PRC. So there are actually plentiful of resources over the internet. So that's actually one resource. The internet is actually a good resource because there are just a variety of things uploaded over the internet, and it's just a sea of information. So other than those materials that I used, aside from the reviewers, so most of the materials that I used in studying was just uploaded over the internet. So you actually have to search things, and you actually just have to know what to search. So if you want to search things over the internet, you have to consider what things will be in the exam. So you can actually know this by scanning over the items of the CEM reviewer, because what comes out of the actual exam, what comes out in the actual exam in the NMAT are the same topics that lie behind these questions that they give. So you just have to consider what to search, and you just have to know what to search. So when you are studying for something, it is actually true. You may have heard this already a few times maybe, or a lot of times, in that when studying, you don't have to study hard, but you need to study smart. And what I did was I used flashcards. So I learned about these stuff from Ali Abdal. He's a doctor in UK, I think. And this video was all about active recall, because this is kind of the kind of learning that kind of simulates your brain into taking the exam. So another thing that I considered in the video was spaced repetition. So there's this thing called the forgetting curve, and it implies that once you go over a material and you finish it, you will tend to forget most of these things. But this can be counteracted by spaced repetition, wherein you go over the materials for another round, but only after a period of time. And studies show that the amount of information one forgets decreases as one repeats it. But again, you have to be smart about it, and you can actually try to incorporate active recall, which can be achieved by, doing flashcards. One thing about doing a study schedule is that you can actually incorporate the stuff, the spaced repetition stuff, with how you can how you can increase the time you get to view the material, and it actually helps.
Tinga, put a finger down kung may mga review materials ka na pero di mo na mabasa. Totoo ba? Okay.
Kaya mag-review ka na at mag-review ka pa. Pero syempre, dapat i-assess mo muna yung prior knowledge mo before reviewing.
Mag-take ka muna ng practice set, and then pag nalaman mo na yung scores mo, pagka-check mo, diba, malalaman mo na, dapat pala mas mag-focus ako sa physics. Dapat pala mas mag-focus ako sa biology. Okay? Kasi doon mo malalaman ang strengths and weaknesses mo. At ma-align mo doon yung plano mo sa pag-review. Dapat pala mas madami yung i-allocate kong time for physics to focus on quantitative, physics, chemistry. Kasi karamihan ng mga test takers, medyo nahihirapan sa mga yun. So, dapat galingan mo doon sa mga part na yun para mas mataas yung percentile score mo. Create your review timeline that can suit your lifestyle. For example, may online classes ka talaga na nangyayari pa, you can find time within your day that you can focus on your NMAT review. Don't find any excuses na hindi ka makakapag-review. Sabihin mo, may work kasi ako kaya hindi ako makapag-review. No.
Example!
I was reviewing for the NMAT. I was actually employed that time. So I was working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. And I only have the evening on weekdays and the weekends to study. So since the NMAT covers a wide scope, you need to know what to do in order to cover all these goals. So what I did is that I made a study schedule. So making a study schedule makes things less overwhelming, and it kind of gives you an overview of how you can finish everything, and that you can actually finish it.
If you want to have a high percentile score, therefore, hanap ng time and also give effort and also focus with your review. Tama ba? And also maintain a little flexibility with your review schedule. Okay? Huwag ka naman masyadong maging strict sa sarili mo na hindi ka na nakatulog, hindi ka na nakakain, hindi mo na natetext yung kung sino man gusto mong i-chat. Okay? Diba? If you really want to have a high percentile score, mag-sacrifice ka. Kung kailangan magpuyat ka. Kung talaga maging doktor, diba? Ayusin mo yung NMAT mo. Kasi nga, yan yung unang challenge.
So one app that I would actually recommend for studying, we really use it a lot in med school right now, or well, particularly in my school and my other friends from other med schools, is the Forest app, because it allows you to focus by decreasing your phone dependence, especially if you are somebody who uses phone a lot. So also when making a study schedule, you also have to schedule your time for rest, because really nothing good comes out if you are really stressed, if you're all that cranky. And one thing that I would recommend is that you try to do things at an earlier time so that you avoid cramming. So it's a win-win situation, because you get a lot of rest, but you also are able to finish your goals. So one thing that I really learned in med school is time management, because once you get there, it becomes an unending ride of studying and doing things, but it is also essential that you get a plentiful amount of rest to still do other things.
Let's now go to the exam tips.
Enhance your testmanship skills. This is the way to answer. So, paano ka magsasagot?
Be smart with how you answer problem-solving questions that require solution. But remember, this is a multiple choice exam. You don't have to come up with the exact answer, but you have to choose the correct answer. So you may round off numbers to do elimination, cancel out the obviously wrong, and compare similar choices, because most likely the correct answer is among the two. Remember, the goal is to answer the most number of items correctly within the time limit. So practice your speed in answering too. Because NMAT is a time limit exam, you should be aware of the amount of time you spend per question, and that is 1 minute per question.
I-time mo ang sarili mo while answering mock questions. Kasi nga, di ba, you are expected to answer an item within a minute. So, mag-practice ka in less than a minute, kaya mo na itong sagutan. So, ganun yung gawin mo. Time yourself so that you can increase your speed of thinking and speed of answering. Tandaan mo, the NMAT is a speed test. May time limit yon. Kailangan matapos mo yung buong exam. Huwag ka masyadong magstay sa isang item na hindi mo kayang sagutan, or kaya mo naman sagutan pero it will require you more time. So, ayun, kindly learn the art of letting go. Let go mo na. Yung pag di mo kaya, di let go, shotgun mo na lang, 'di ba? Power of C. Mga ganun. Pero ganun talaga ang NMAT. So, hindi mo naman talaga lahat masasagutan ng tama yun. Pero, at least masagutan mo lahat. Pero naman, wag mo sana, sagutan mo lahat, pero lahat naman chamba. So, alamin mo lang, or assess mo sarili mo na, ito bang question na to, kaya ko ba itong sagutan within a minute, or ano. So, when you are reviewing, wag lang basa ng basa, mag-practice ng madaming tanong. Yun, paulit-ulit lang ako nag-take ng simulated NMAT. So, parang ganun. Para pagdating ng NMAT, parang quiz na lang siya. Ulit, hanggang sa mamanhid ka nakaka-take ng test. Okay, so wag lang basa ng basa, dapat ina-apply mo din yon by answering as many questions as possible.
Last but not the least,
To all of you out there who wants to become a doctor someday, just one piece of advice, maybe that, well, this often becomes heard a lot in med school, or well, in any other aspects in life. So one thing that you have to do is to know your whys. There will be times that things will be really tough. You will get disappointed, you will get hurt, and you have to acknowledge these things and that what you feel is valid. But also, you don't have to, you just don't stagnate at that point. But in order to achieve these things, you also have to move forward. And to move forward, you have to know your why, because knowing your why allows you to motivate yourself. It gives you the drive to do things, and that, you get that sense of purpose, or that kind of fulfillment in doing things. So again, know your whys. Put a proper mindset, as things are not that hard to achieve if you know these things.
and that's how you ace your NMAT exam. Ang dami namin sinabi sa inyo and share with you guys study tips, test taking tips, advices, but remember, it's all up to you. Study now and then enjoy later. I'm telling you guys, it is worth it.
If you want more detailed and comprehensive advice regarding the NMAT, I have created an NMAT study guide. So, ginawa ko siya, napakaraming pages nun. And if you want to have a copy, you can just visit my page and leave there a message. And thank you so much. I hope you have learned something from this video, and I hope to see you in medical schools. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
I would just like to promote the people who helped me in my med school journey. So I am promoting Accelerator Review Systems, so check out their page. This is a review center that offers different review services, which include review for board exams for different programs such as radiologic technologists, medical technologists, nursing, and the likes, etc. And also, they offer NMAT review services, and for the people who are from Western Visayas, they are located in Bacolod, but also have branches in Iloilo and Davao. So to the future doctors out there, good luck and God bless. You can do it. So subscribe, like, and share this video.